and welcome. Today is a day where we make a gam. Oh look, there's two of me. Go away, me, we don't need you. Hello everyone and welcome. This is Briony London Library and it is Game Dev Day. We are continuing making our clicky game. Can you see yourselves? Is this? I need to check. Yeah, okay. Oh, this is way off. I was about to say. There we go. There we go. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard to fit all this into screen. Who knows what you saw there? But oh well, we're here. Hello everyone. Hello howdy. Hello Swainy. Welcome. Today, where's my notes? So, what we want to do, we want an opening cutscene at some point, and we also want some message boxes, like, telling you how everything's going. But our next goals were fix the box behind, I remember. Okay. So, like, my problem was, let's see if we can trigger the problem. When we go in and play, and we're clicking away... Click. We should, at some point, you can see it here as well. I went to the next room, but you can, the play button's still behind there, which is really weird. I don't know how to fix that one yet either. La, we got more than 50, so let's go that. And we should, at some point, get an alert that's like, oh no, something happened. Get some stall space. Get some more stuff. Come on. 119. You can see down here. Hey! Oh no! Some stuff is stolen. And then I destroy it and you can still see it in the background there. So something's not right there. We need to fix that as well. I'm pretty sure you can destroy the instance of it after it is collected. That's what it should be doing. We've got, where is it in our scripts? Resolve alert, or is it a different one we've got? Menu. Numbers and buttons that make numbers go. Alert. Aha, in the close button, we have instance destroy of the text box. So it theoretically should destroy the text box. But it's just throwing it in the back. The suggestion I got last stream to fix that is that I need to get the specific ID of that box to close it, which could be a giant pain in the butt, really. But we can try. We could try have a global alert ID that I set every time an alert pops up. And then this uses that global alert ID to die. I would rather not do that because I'd rather avoid as many globals as possible, but you know, that's how it be. That's how it be. So let's go in here. I want to add yet another global. Global alert, not capitals, alert ID equals 0. I mean, this is part of the alert, so I think we're going to need to do some... I don't know. We're gonna have to do some housekeeping at some point, that much is for sure. So then if we go into the get alert, so that gets the actual alert but doesn't actually show it. What shows it again? What was that? How did that work again? How did I do the coding magic last time? I don't remember. Oh wait, Twitch isn't going. 1 second. I forgot to press the go button for Twitch. It's fine. This is fine. This is fine. There we go. We're on Twitch now. Hi Twitch! Sorry about that. I forgot to press the go button for Twitch. We've been on YouTube for like 5 minutes, but it's fine. You haven't missed much. I'm pretty sure, yeah. I have this habit, I keep like looking up thinking there's another bit of chat and then reading the last chat. Oopsie doopsie. So where do we do get alert? Can I see references to? Can we see all references somehow? That would be lovely. Comment tab, in, turn out regions, code snippets. No. Oh wait, no, I think I did it in OG Game, didn't I? Alarms are ha 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 ha. So what we want is I need to come over here a minute. There we go. So alert box, instant create layer is the var alert box. So and we get the text to go into the alert. So the alert box, the layer ID, that's what I need. So we also want to set global.alert ID to alert box dot layer. Layer ID? It's theoretically what it should have. That's what it said it had. Or does it have like a .id? Box.i. Yeah, box ID. There we go. And then we can go into the close button, and rather than destroying the OG text box, we can destroy the global.alert ID. So we destroy that specifically rather than just destroy the most recent created one. Okay, go. See if that works. Play. Waiting for a text box to appear. Yeah, we wanna wait for a text box to appear. We're gonna buy upgrades while we wait for text boxes to appear. Play the game. See how far we get. So today, my hope and my dream is that we can like make a menu for hiring people. And then that way we can... Oh, that's 60, damn it. Oh, no! It's still doing it. I don't know why. I also had a thought... Yeah, I don't know why it's happening. Maybe I just need to block the background and then I just pretend it's not real. No, I'm going to have to really look into that one, I think. I'm going to make a note for that. I don't want to do too much Googling on stream, because last time I did too much Googling and I ended up showing some things I shouldn't have, so... I'm going to do my best not to do that again. So this is going to be... I'm going to put a... Stuff to... research off stream. Text box going behind the layer? Question mark. Simple Cookie? I am not hiring, no. I'm just having fun. Doing stuff. Screen. We're learning things! I like learning things. It's good stuff. I like learning. But welcome. Hello there. My teammates in research paper are dead weight. And even with my hyperfixation, it's getting frustrating. Ugh, that's the worst thing. Other people are the worst to rely on. No one likes being the only one in a team project who's actually pulling their weight. That's a really poopy howdy. I hope it gets better for you. Okay, so if that's not what's happening, then we need some flavor text. So we've got the get alert, which has the thing, and we're also potentially moving on to second phase. But let's have a think about the overall look a little bit here, and our gooey, the gooeyest of gooeys. I love that GUI can translate to gooey. It makes me so happy, because gooey is a silly word. My one guy who knows what to do has a side job of being a photographer, so I'm stuck today with what is essentially me ordering them around. Like, talk to people IRL. Mood. Okay, so I was thinking, we have like a little box down here that says like, oh, well, the dungeon's really nice today. Oh no, the dungeon's terrible today. Oh no, so like if there's any like plot that's going on, they would show that. And gooey, yes! It's such a fun word to say. Just say gooey to yourself 5 times. Your day will be brighter, I'm sure. Gooey. Yeah! Dungeon threat level, yes! Things like that. It's basically that my whole thing for this, as much as we're very much in the mechanics right now of everything, my hope is that we can get a narrative out of this. I know clicker games aren't known for narrative, but that's kind of why I want to do it. I want the challenge of putting in a cool and interesting narrative into a into a clicker game. I like trying to put narrative where narrative is not usually there. I like doing that for my streaming as well. That's why I tend to have little things happen when I change models and stuff. It's always fun. I didn't do that for 3D though, did I? I should have done that. But then what would I have done? I've already done a lot of potion stuff. Anyway, that's beside the point. So what I want to do is that's the alert text box. So what we want is a couple of text boxes down here that are like, oh, and this happened. And then they change every so often. Kind of like if you played Cookie Clicker. There's like a little scrolling text bit in Cookie Clicker that tells you what's going on in the world as you're doing your thing. Maybe something is waking up deep in the dungeon. And the more they wake up, the more magic is in the air, meaning getting more. Don't click you, but you're a simple cookie. You must be clicked. More magic in the air, meaning more magical stuff to get, potentially. Makes the threat proportional of profits, indubitably. There is some things, maybe like dungeon explored level. I do have a thing. There are bosses or, not quite bosses. They don't have to be defeated. There are what I called in this story domain bosses in these dungeons. They're not all monsters. Some of them are sentient and you'll be able to talk to them. Shop! Yeah, indubitably electric pop. We will hopefully get the shop a little bit open today, I'm hoping. But I don't know. I have so many ideas. Can you try based on Stanley where the player stands and does monologues their character? No, I can't do that for this. I have a specific story in mind. So I won't be taking too many suggestions on that side of things. But I will listen to suggestions regardless, because things can still be edited if you guys have a cool idea. I like Crusader's idea. Maybe something is waking up, but maybe something we're just getting closer to the domain boss for this one. I need to decide which dungeon this is. There's going to be 13 of these dungeons. You're not ever going to complete them though. I need to write shit down. I'm just like talking out of my butt. Okay, let me make a new. I hate that it closes my last So, there we go. I need the notes and a new thing. Thank you. So, general world overview. There are 13 dungeons. A specific story. How about a funny Easter egg when a player does absolutely nothing for the first minute? Procrastination achievement! Oh, fuck yes, I'm putting that in the suggestions. No activity for 5 mins at starts gives procrastination achievement. I love that. I love that. So we have a world overview. Yeah, we do have some awkward note padding. I would love to use things like Word or something on this stream. But my problem with that is Word has your name at the top corner. So I can't use it on stream. Word will dox me. I don't know, because Notepad's just there. It's nice to do, I don't know. Use Google Docs? Probably should. But Notepad's just there. Notepad is safe. Use G-Docs for your stupid project. Google Docs are really good. No, Sunny, I don't want to try Blender and 3D versions because we're working on GameMaker, which doesn't support 3D in the first place, so... I probably do have VS Code. It is in fact just there. You're not wrong, Simple Cookie. This was the last game we made. But no, fuck. We're using Notepad. Shut up. Stop bullying my notepads. They're fine. General world overview. So there's 13 dungeons. Dungeons each have a domain boss. Each dungeon has at least three different biomes that randomly change. It's Notepad, not Notepad. It's Notepad. There's nothing bad about it. Howdy, fellas and folks. Have a happy Lunar New Year. Much love and best wishes. It is come to spread some positivity. Have a nice glasses, by the way. Oh, thank you, Sir Reginald Von T. Bottoms Esquire III. What a lovely name. I love that. That was fun to say. Thank you very much for your positivity. And a happy Lunar New Year to you. Why not make it themed dungeons? No, we don't do themed dungeons. The idea, so if you go way back, way back on this channel, this whole thing is based off a similar world to the one we built during my 1000 sub stream, where we did just a world building stream where we just built a fantasy world together. It was very fun. So the idea of these dungeons, what are these dungeons? So let me give you the overview of what is these dungeons. These dungeons are... What happened to Sir Dr. Reginald T. Bottoms Esquire II we don't talk about, so Dr. Reginald Von T. Bottoms Esquire II we don't talk about Sir Dr. Reginald Von T. Bottoms Esquire II. No. These dungeons are worlds overlapping in a strange space. as these worlds change chaotically between each other, the building blocks of the worlds are crushed and condensed together, making powerful gems of a variety of elements. So that's what the dungeons actually are. What are the creatures of the dungeon? Creatures of the dungeon are the poor creatures that get stuck in when the dungeon is formed. They become twisted and strange as the worlds overlap and chaotically mix. What are domain bosses? Domain bosses are formed as how do I word this? Personification of the dungeon? Personification of the dungeon. If the dungeon had more populated areas once upon a time, the dungeon could have a more human boss. If it was more wild and champion avatar, both words that make sense. Reverent. Soul is also a good one. Soul is a good. Soul, mine. Lean the boss may be an animal. So that's what the dungeons in this game actually are. We're gonna have these explanations at points. And the risk that people have going in, the reason a lot of people in this world don't go into dungeons, and you are the only idiot who actually will, is because people either don't come out or come out weird and distorted. Dungeon Heart kind of sounds fancy. Maybe. Domain boss is, I would call it, Domain Lord. Dungeon Avatar, I think I like. I think we'll call that Dungeon Avatar. But then when we talk about the Avatar, I don't want to be thinking about Last Airbender. So maybe not. Dungeon Heart is cool, but it doesn't sound... I mean, I guess it doesn't have to sound like a person. The heart. But then we have a different meme. We have the heart has born. Too many memes. Dungeon Soul? Maybe. I like maybe Soul. We don't have any weird memes around souls. I think we're good. Dungeon Soul. Okay. Dungeon Child, maybe? It's not really a child because, like, it is the dungeon kind of thing. I'm gonna go with Dungeon Soul for now. So that's what it is. So what our little text box can do is tell you what biomes are gonna be there that day. Just call it the best. Some of them might be. We might be able to get along with some of these Dungeon Souls. I don't know. Maybe we could even broker some deals with these Dungeon Souls. Maybe we can even say, hey, can you get one of the nicer biomes up for today? So we may be able. Some of them may be able to communicate. And if this is the first of our 13 dungeons, we might not write all these dungeons in detail. I just know there's 13. God, this is gonna be a long game. So I'm gonna need to think of 13. Shit. When you realize just how much work you've given yourself, I might take it down to 3 dungeons for now. 13 in the original story, but I'm gonna take it down for ease. So yeah, we'll have 3 dungeons for now. One of them, I know at least one of them's gonna have a kind dungeon soul. I know him specifically, a very specific character I have in mind. One will obviously have one that's probably gonna be an animal of some kind, maybe some kind of chimera. Name on Prophet's Tomb, Bible reference, 13 followers. Hello, Single Man! Welcome. It's going alright. I'm just getting like some more general world stuff down before I carry on. I think that's one of the best things I could do. So we're also gonna have to think about our Inventor Man. We're gonna need our Inventor Man's work soon. Because if we're dungeon diving a bit too much, like I said, we have some issues with potentially getting all distorted if we're in the dungeons too long. So maybe we need to have a way to track that. Like our integrity, I guess. Not our health, technically. Maybe we need a health pool. Maybe. This is... This is not what I thought this was going to be. But if I'm going to have this much detail, I have to have a way of telling you about it, yes. Why are my eyes big? It's got to be done. Am I on fire? No, we're good. I am on fire. Shit. I don't need to be on fire. How's it going? I'm on fire! Stamina? Yeah, I think we need a reason for you to not be able to go into the dungeon every single day, like... Yeah, a stamina bar I think is the best thing we could put in right now. So, we need to think about that. So, stamina bar. Messages for flavor text, stamina bar. Because then that's even more reason to start hiring people to go in for you, is they can start going in. You don't have to use your stamina bar so much. You don't have to keep waiting for that to recharge. How the fudge do I do a stamina bar? I could do it as like a basic number for now and then figure out how to make it pretty. Do we have an object I can use for it? I don't know how to do that. Let's add a new folder. Create new group. And we're going to call this the stamina bar. Dungeon diving stamina. We're going to need some sprites again. Probably. I could Google, like, hey, look. It's what we're listening to. Star Rail shit. Yay! Anyway, I'm going to put this over here and see if I can find a quick tutorial on stamina bars. GameMaker to stamina bar tutorial. Yep. player object. We might need a player object at this point. At this point, we're just putting everything in object game. I guess is fine. So like, player. So we'll need a global dot stamina. So let's say our stamina is like, I'm gonna say like 50. Get 50 stamina. You can get like 50 crystals and more. And we're probably gonna need stamina max, so that we can upgrade our maximum stamina if we want to. You can make it a dread meter. The more you dive, the more you get skittish and tired, so to stay in the surface to recoup. If it goes to 0, you are knocked out or timer or something. Yeah, that makes the most sense. Not sure about how we're gonna track how deep we're going in the mine. What I was gonna do is, we obviously have the items click that goes up and down, but I might have like a general keep track of how much you've taken from this specific dungeon. And then when you have taken a certain amount in that dungeon, then you trigger something that happens in that dungeon because you've gone far enough, kind of thing. That's how I would keep track of that. So I would have something like global dungeon 1 progress and have that be 0. Which currently that would be, if we go into advent button, need to move it this way. There we go. Basically every time it's clicked, we would also have global dot dungeon 1 progress. And basically completely copy this, because even with the multiplier, that means you're going, that if you're using the multiplier, you're going in faster, you're doing more stuff, you're taking more stuff out, so you're theoretically you're just doing it but faster. So we can trigger things to happen depending on your progress, but we won't take away from progress by selling it, because the item clicked, if you sell stuff, has stuff taken away from it, whereas it won't if you, it won't take it from the actual progress, so I can track your progress. So once you get to like 1,000, 2,000, I would say, with how fast I've been clicking, I don't want you, and then you come across the domain boss. It might change, obviously, second dungeon, you've got more multipliers and stuff, it would be more before you find the domain boss. But that could be the thing there. So first thing we need to implement is a stamina bar. Having a stamina parameter that is depleted when the main character performs actions. So this would be in the adventurer button. How about the more you press, an indicator goes 10 meter, 20 meter, 30 meter, and so on and so forth. And if you stop cookie clicking it, it slowly goes back up to, that's too complicated. Also, it implies that you have to leave. You take a while to leave, and therefore I couldn't let you click the sell button. So I think if that would maybe work if it was just a management, but I'd have to maybe, to make it make sense, I'd maybe have to block off the sell button while you're in the dungeon, especially if you don't have anyone hired yet. So I'm not sure I want to go that deep. We want to keep it really simple. So, and also every time it's clicked, we want to stamina global dot stamina -1. So I want to create an object called OJ Stamina. Let's add a draw event. So this is going to be much like these guys. So let's just steal that a minute. And I want this to take stamina, but not just that. I should never have to floor it. I'm never gonna be taking and adding anything that should give it a minus number. So I'm just gonna plus global dot stamina max. So that should show us our stamina bar. In fact, I could even even do that, make it more obvious. So let's go throw that in the room somewhere. Okay, let's see what that looks like. Doesn't like it. Okay, what don't you like? Execution error. Is it cause they're not technically strings? Okie dokie, okie dokie, okie dokie. So let's go in here. It would need to be... Would that do it? We just put these in nice little string brackets. String... Suppose they are technically numbers, so that kind of makes sense. Boom! It's so large! But, stamina going down, stamina going down, stamina going down, stamina... Oh no, I'm injured! So stamina should be going back up because I'm forced resting, but that's something we can add now. If I add that, we've got the... If I go into the game, and I go into the alarm, this is triggered every time. So what we can also do is if stamina global dot stamina is less than global dot stamina max, we do global dot stamina plus plus. Can we do that? Can we do just the plus plus? Is that a thing in this? That is the wrong bracket. There we go. Because if that's the case, I'm gonna go change some stuff because I don't need some of the things I've got. And then it goes back up if I'm not doing anything. Hello, Maxwell! Welcome! It goes into minuses. We shouldn't let it go into minuses! Okay, that's something we can fix if it's greater than 0. So let's go do that. So in the stamina bit... No, that's not it. In the adventure button... So, we'll need another little if there. Also, I don't need the 1. I can just do minus minus. Wonderful. If... Well, actually, you know what we shouldn't be able to do in general? This whole if statement should be if stamina global dot stamina is greater than 0. Yeah! Unfortunately, my stamina always goes below 0. What a mood. the burnout mood. I'll tab that across so we can have a nicely formatted code. It's not nicely formatted. This all needs to go up one. There we go. So we shouldn't be able to click it. You're out of stamina. Chill out. Stop doing stuff. Stamina goes down, 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 stamina goes down. Stamina's all the way down. Oh no, we can't click it. I mean, we can when we get 1 stamina, so we can do 1 a second after that. That's good. That's good. Well, I need to figure out a way to make that fancy, but you know, we're getting there. So I'm gonna put that in stuff to research off stream. Make it fancy. Make it fancy. Fancy, 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 fancy. Okay. So now we need to think about those flavor text boxes. And yeah, but now it's going up every second, so you're getting your health back, you're feeling better. You're a bit injured, but you know what? You can sit at a market stall and you can sell your stuff. It's fine. Everyone's really nice in town, so they're like, oh, it's fine, sweetie. Oh, no, the market's closed, bro. Okie dokie. Righty-okie. Oh, I got headpads. Thank you, Maxilla. Next, we want, like, so the text boxes. The nice little text boxes. So, what I need to... I don't know how this flavor text is going to work properly yet. I need to have a proper big think about that. I'm going to have a big thunk. A big thunk. What is the flavor text? Let's have a... I need to, like, spew my thoughts onto some text. So let's go... What is the flavor of... The flavor of text? That's still not right, but I don't care. I was thinking about a box on the bottom right and a box on the bottom left that talk about the dungeon and town respectively. The bottom right, the dungeon box, will talk of your adventures. You slayed a strange enter creature here. What's the message to change flower color? It's this. Rose change member. That's the flower color one. Rose change member. Or things like the dungeon is calm today. It will mostly have inconsequential, I suppose is maybe a word. It's blue! Yay! Inconsequential notes until I need to hit story beats. The town box will be similar. So it's a case of how we're triggering the story beats. I suppose it would be dungeon progress. Also, potentially how high your profits are getting as well. Because if your profits reach a certain point, people are going to notice, aren't they? They're going to be like, oh my gosh, they're making a lot of money, aren't they? What are they doing? And then you're going to start getting attention for it. But before we even think about that, I kind of need to BRB. BRB. Okay, this is turning into more of a writing stream, but I guess I do need to get down what, actual text is going to be, so. Possible solution. Buy their store, you lose money, but to gain permanent selling boost. Idea. Rival shop opened up. Effects is you get decrease in profits because they undercut business. That is a good one. Another solution, sabotage. Oh, we could have some choices like that. Rival store opens up. Potential solutions. Buy them out. Sabotage their operation. Definitely a good idea. So what are my phase 1 story beats? What are the story beats of phase 1? So to begin with, people might not be selling as well. People might be a bit skeptical of the things. I say I have it. Here's the thing. This is way in the past of the story I actually have. We're going to be building up to the story I actually have. So to begin with, we just have merchant issues. So we're going to have a thing, probably be accused of selling things that are potentially dangerous because we're just selling, like, powerful shiny rocks. After selling a while, Heckler's calling you an idiot is a good start. Yep. After selling a while, you are accused of selling dangerous items. At the... Maybe I shouldn't make the sell button be like guaranteed at the start. Maybe it's like every couple of clicks you only sell because people don't like you too much, so you just can't really do much about it. At the start, you struggle to sell as the items are strange. It is only when a noblewoman buys a particularly pretty gem that the business starts to solidify. After selling for a while, you're accused of selling dangerous items as the noblewoman noblewoman's goldsmith that tried to put the gem into a necklace burned himself. You are kicked out of the market. You come across a man or woman, I don't know, who is still interested in your items and crafts items using the gems as a power source. The two of you they head up the business and you fuel the items and the two of you buy a shop. Okay, so that's our story for phase 1. Now we have to implement it somehow. So, to start with, we need to implement struggling to sell stuff at the start. The game dev's going pretty good. We're kind of solidifying what kind of story we want to tell during this first phase. And now we're editing to sort of put all that together. So we're less about game dev, like mechanics today, and more about narrative today. Which is nice, because we've been almost entirely focused on mechanics recently. So it's nice to get down to the plot. Please don't push yourselves to watch, though. If you have a headache, go take painkillers and lie down in a dark room or something. Look after yourself. It's me! Hi, normal size phantom. Welcome. Yeah. So what the first thing we need to do, we need to simulate that at the start you struggle to sell items because they are strange. So we need the box, and we need to also change the sell button to not give you one every time, but maybe give you a profit every other time. Can you only press the sell button every 1 second or something? I have to wait for them to kick in, so quickly stop by and call you a nerd at least once. That's fair. I do need to be called a nerdy at least once. Otherwise, I'll get a big head, so it's very important. It's the average build cool. So if we have items to sell and profit isn't disabled, then we probably need to have a little notification as well that says success, success, success. Oh, failed, failed. We need to give some kind of visual indicator that some of these didn't sell properly, or maybe we didn't get a sale that day. I think maybe disabling the button itself might be a way to go, but I'm not sure. Maybe we make it a 50-50 on if you do. So we do like a... First we have to make sure we're definitely in phase 1. Right. Check if phase 1. Check if progress is at correct point. Check random roll to see if item is sold. A rumor system? That sounds very hard. That sounds complicated. How? Explain your idea for a rumor system, Scarlet Silver Iron. Do you mean you can start rumors that influence your prices, or do you mean that there are generally rumors about, and maybe you can action on them, and maybe you can't? Explain. But first, I need to do a profit thing. Maybe my profit multiplier goes down. Okay, so, like... Because if we do 1 times 0.5... No, that doesn't work, does it? Doesn't work. The latter, so, like, there's a rumors going around and you may be able to action on them. Okay. We can see about that. There's definitely going to be times where you can make choices and things, and if there's rumors in plot, you could do that, but I'm not sure I could make a dedicated rumor system. I'm still not sure how to do this. I don't want to do if. What I want is to maybe have a separate script checker for it or something. I don't want it all shoved in the button is the thing. So maybe we create a script. We call this script phase checker. So we're gonna need some globals again. More globals! When in doubt, more globals! Phase tracking. So we're gonna want a global dot phase just to tell us what phase we're on. We're currently on phase 1. And I'm gonna say maybe phase steps is how we keep track of where we are in it. So a global dot phase step, which would be 1 for us again, which is where you start. So if we're gonna break this down, we gotta break this down as much as we can. So step 1, hard to sell items. 1 out of 2 items sold. Step 2, noble woman buys jewel. Step 3, noble woman's help is hurt. Market store closed. And meet inventor. Okay, so this, how do we trigger each step? So this one will trigger for second step when we... No, I don't need that. I don't need to know how to trigger. I need to think about it though. Trigger for second step. And then this one, trigger for third step is something as well. But let's see if we can get step 1 put in first. No, fuck if. It rather save that one. Anyway. Okay, so now we can go into here. We can go phase checker. I don't want it to be called script 4, I want it to be called phase checker. So, no, edit name, rename, phase checker, there we go. Not capital P, it shouldn't be capital P. Lowercase p, it's important. Rename with a lowercase p. Okay, boolean that triggers if yes. To yes if conditions are met. Basically yes, but the thing is when that seems simple now, but when you think about down the line and there's gonna be maybe 4 different phases that could have 4 different ways of affecting each button, then I don't want to just put a bunch of if statements either on the button, because that's not the way I really want to do it. So what I want to do on here is basically I want this method, like I said, to return yes or no. Or anything that needs to be done. So this one would be like, can I press the button? It's always going to go on the phase checker, can I press the button? Can we press the button? Is there anything that's going to happen with the button if we press the button? So let's try. If global.phase equals 1 and global.phase step equals 1. So what we could do is at random make it so the number don't go up, which means we're basically not letting you click it at random. So we want if I random range of 1 or 2 equals 1, return true. Return true. Yeah. So then we get to go to the cell item, and we can literally just go in here and add and phase checker. We just add that. I do want to add a debug here, though. No, wait, no. Maybe? Yes, full sale. Just so I know when it worked and when it doesn't. So there we go. We'll adventure a little bit. The market's closed. Now I can't test it. That's poopy. Typical. Press the button a lot. Why not? We've got a few seconds before we can press the other button to actually test what I want to test. Resting. La 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 la. Resting. This is so unpretty right now. It's great. And then we can sell them. There we go. I don't think that it's noticeable, but not so intrusive as like, and it's not too hard still to get that first 50. And I think when we get to that first 50, that should be maybe when the noble woman appears and we can get rid of this. Maybe change it to rand1 and variable with a separate variable element that selling chance can be affected by event prompts. Maybe I will think about implementing that when we want to implement an event prompt that's going to affect it. King Bryant, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Right now, I'm not going to put that in, I think. I think we'll put that in when we want to. I'm going to copy and paste that into my notes, though. So that when we do, it's there. Which one's got my suggestions? I like that idea. I just don't want to get too sidetracked putting that in now is the only thing. Okay. So we've checked for phase 1, we've checked if the progress is at the right point, and we've done the random roll to see if it's sold. Okay, so once you're at 50, I want it to change. Once you've got 50 profits, so you've got enough to buy one of the 2 upgrades, basically. That's when I want the noble lady to come in and be like, eh, I did a thing. So, if... I'm just going to throw that in game. I'm just going to throw it in the clock. So I'm going to be like, if global.profits... Maybe we shouldn't, because then it's going to be checking it every so often, whereas if we just put it in the sell button, it's only checking when you click. That's probably better. If global.profits equals 50... global dot phase step equals 2. We need to do some extra here, otherwise it's going to break somewhere along the line. So we need to, if global profits is 50 and global dot phase is 0 and global dot phase equals 1. Phase step equals 1. Basically, so I can definitely make sure we're on the correct phase step and phase before this is the thing that triggers. I don't like that as a thing. There's got to be a better way to do that, though. This is all just if statements, if statements, if statements. If this is a statement, you should do this. Sorry, I just got distracted. I had a message from my mother, and she's like, "Hey, sweetie, I got some wool for you today." Oh, I love my mum. Anyway. And then at phase 2, we go to phase checker. Then this just shouldn't trigger at phase 2. We should be fine when we hit phase 2. Switch case probably would be better. Oh, what's gone wrong here? What have I done? Oh, I see what I've done there. It just should be equals now, shouldn't it, there, rather than equals equals. No, it's a bad idea. I think it's a bad idea here. I just don't... It feels wrong to have... Oh, God. We broke our leg as soon as we started. I just feel like there should be something better than that. Are we good? Can I click now? Yay! Oh, fuck. Oh no, not the thief! I forgot about the thief! Hello, Shrimpy, welcome! Hey, look, I put stamina in Shrimpy. Aren't I good? I managed to learn a thing. I've also put in a phase 1 where you're not guaranteed to sell. You've got a 50% chance to actually sell things because you're a new stall. So people aren't quite trusting you yet. So now we have a 50% sale chance at the start until we get to 50. Which I'm sure we can do. Okay. Ah, what off? Come on! Come on! Yay. So we should just be able to sell now. No, it's just not coming through. Okay, because it's coming through as false as default. I would like to default. Oh no, not an adverb! I'd like it to default to true. Currently, we just return true if it's not. Unless we need to specify something, return true. Set Boolean to 1. Indubitably, that's what I needed to do. Oh, we're doing really good on sales today. Look at those successful sales. Successful sales. This isn't working anymore. This is how it should be working now. No, I think this suddenly should be in an else, shouldn't it? Try that. Stop, go. We still need it to do its thing of not quite letting us sell properly. Okay, can I sell crystal? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so it's working now. Welcome back, Shrimpy. Sorry about the ads. Thank you for putting up with it. Let's see if it goes away if we get up above 50. Ding, 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 ding. There you go, so it's above 50 now. Oh wait, I don't have anything in there, that's why. Yeah. So we got 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, 1, 2, 1, 2. Perfect, that seems to be working as intended. So we've gone through phase 1. I will need to eventually do some more things. So, things we need to do. So, we need to have, cutscene-esque event where noble woman buys our stuff. Yay. So I remembered what we want to do to trigger. So the trigger for this step is to get 50 profits. I'm not making you click with 50% chance for too long. That's just poopy. So what I'm gonna do for this step, what I want you to do is buy enough of the upgrades to trigger the shop. So you know how we did, so the upgrade button here did the whole trigger of the shop at some point, didn't it? How did we trigger the shop? OJ shop. Okay, the shop does nothing. I know the shop does nothing right now. But was it in this cache number? No, it wasn't the cache number. It had to be in the upgrade, right? The merch upgrade. So this is where it just makes the shops thing. Countdown to shop. So when countdown to shop is 1, it says upgrade to shop. Once you click upgrade to shop, that is when we get to phase 3. Like the final part of phase 1, anyway. You don't want to make a very frustrating game mechanic. You will never be a AAA game developer with that attitude. That's a good thing I don't want to be a AAA game developer, huh? It's not a great environment for the ladies, from what I've heard. So that put me off a long time ago, wanting to actually go into game dev. Okay, so what we need to do. So I'm gonna have to stop the cell. I don't need to set that yet, do I, really? Because I've already got it, the sell button doesn't really... What does that look like? What does the transition between phase 1 and phase 2 look like? So third step is shop purchase. Upgrade to shop. And then maybe at this time, I would like the GUI to fade away. And cutscene to play where we find our partner and friend. Not actual crime, just for the record. And then we start phase 2. So at the shop down, count on the shop equals 0. What we do need to do at this point is put global dot phase to 2 and global dot phase step back to 1. So you'd be officially entering a new phase. Which is also good because that's something we can use to change all the buttons and stuff. We go like, okay, you're on this phase. Now you have access to this stuff. So what we would have access to is a hire adventurers and a hire staff button. What? No way. I'm sure big studios like Blizzard and Ubisoft never did anything wrong to Wow Man. Yeah, I know. We know that is a joke because we know facts, unfortunately. But what we don't know is where we're going with this next. So what we got? What was on my little list of shite to do today? So we did try to fix the text box. It's not really working. And I've been avoiding this. She's been avoiding narrative. Why? We need to stop procrastinating that. I need to actually do that. I like doing all the nitty gritty in the back. I'm a bit scared of doing anything in the GUI. But we need to do the GUI. The GUI needs to goo. Oh, goo. Let's do the goo. Right, we need a new... This sprite is awful. I need to change this sprite. 1 second. Edit sprite. I want to edit the boy because it's awful. This is an awful color. I don't know why I ever picked this edit. Let's just make it a black text box. That's gonna make my life so much easier. It's gonna make my eyes not want to cry. The GUI is to go GUI to be fun. The GUI is to GUI. We must GUI the GUI to GUI the GUI GUI goo goo goo. So what I want to do now is I want to do basically the text box. So we could probably just use the text box again. We just have to set it with different stuff. Or maybe we shouldn't. Maybe we should have specific text boxes for this. Considering these ones are going to be a bit more static than the alerts that are just going to be like, oh, hi, this thing happened. Would you like to do? Oh, I also want to change this sprite to, I want it to have like a red X in it. so that it actually looks like a cancel button and not just like a block. There we go. It actually looks like a button now. Isn't that wonderful? Okay. So let's see about pretty much copying the text box though. We're going to pretty much want the text box, but better. Look at this amazing text I put in. We don't need that. There we go, there we go, there we go. Right here. So let's just, like I said, duplicate that. And we're going to call this OJ adventure text. And I'm going to move this, rather than in alerts, I'm going to make a new group and I'm going to call it story boxes. And we put adventure text into the story boxes. And then what we're going to do is we're going to need another script. I'm going to have to, there's going to be a lot of... Once I have a better handle on this, it's going to be a lot of housekeeping. A lot of cleaning to be done. But for now, I would like to do a script called get add adventure text. Text. Yeah, text is fine. Flavor, text, whatever. And we would... I'd like to rename that to that. I'm gonna go into my get alert and I'm basically gonna copy the function here and then go into get adventure text. I'm just gonna throw that in there a minute because we're doing something very similar to get alert. What we wanted to do is we want a collection of alerts. And we want, so get alert has, no, it doesn't have specifics coming. It's going to need specifics coming in. Resolve alert has stuff coming in. Yeah. So, for get alert, we're going to want, I'm going to need to change get alert later as well. But let's do it for adventure text. For adventure text, we're going to want, phase and phase step. In fact, they're global, aren't they? So we actually don't need those to be handed in. We can just get. It's going to be a case of we'll have the text, so we'll have